What do you make of these two drafts?
I mean, I actually like a little bit of Liquid draft because, Matumba Man hasn't been playing much TA, but in the last maybe week or so, I think he's played about 8 TA games in his pubs.
What's the win rate?
Good question you ask. Let me triple check. I think he's 50-50.
50-50. So this will be the deciding game to see if it's a positive win hero for him.
No, exactly that. But I think this is one of those moments where Liquid has come into this game and gone, we've practiced this hero, we want to get it into the draft.
Yeah.
So they've just kind of picked it, right? I feel like they probably would have picked it no matter what, just let's give it a go. And this is kind of the game to do it, but I think a lot of people watching right now will assume, this is going to be easy 2-0, but I feel for Alliance, they got a stand-in. There's so much to prove. I hope it is a much closer series.
Sneaky.
Very cheeky.
Very sneaky.
Double meld for the
Double
root.
meld.
Wait for it.
Oh, and with this arrow, the stun duration and the meld hits. That Centaur Leslie didn't stand a chance. They will get the trade on Insania.
That was good. That was proper cheeky.
You don't expect that.
Nah, you don't. That's normally the Roshan play, right? You go Roshan, you hold meld, but because they smoked from that mid lane, they got there a little bit quicker. It allowed him to get in position and then, make the play. Look at that.
Loving it again.
That's beautiful.
Well, big hits here from Matsu. An easy setup with the Bane Mirana combo, of course.
He didn't get high-fived either. Very unfortunate. But we have to remember the repercussions of this will be the fact that Bane will be going to lane with Nightmare. Not often the best of spells.
Ashtermannen doing a good job punching into Boxy, knowing that he's not going to have any chance to jump away, so should be able to give a good bit of pressure onto the Mirana. And all in all, with these lane setups, who's going to have a tough time with the matchups here?
I think both the off lanes are really key for the teams, right? Because Centaur Grimstroke, very potent. TA isn't the biggest lane dominator. Same with Bane can if you have the correct carry, right? And right now, if Centaur Grim play together, if Bane's out of position at level 2, level 3, Bane should be dying a lot here. And same for bot lane. You have a Mars Mirana. If Weaver steps up and already wasted Sakuchi, Spear and Arrow, that should be dead. Wraith King should be bullied down. So I'm looking for both off lanes in these games to try and get a bit more of an advantage and swing that in, because Centaur as a hero, you get tanky pretty quick, right? You can go the greedier build, which is just Hood Vanguard, then a Blink, and you're kind of setting the pace for your team to play behind. And if he gets those items, that can be pretty devastating for Liquid, because their damage early on, it's kind of weak, right? Mirana, Bane, their enablers, and that's what I'm looking towards. Already, the Mars going down here.
Yeah, the power of the Weaver. Hit level 2, get the bugs out. Ashtermannen's able to run Zai down.
Dude, Weaver's such a banging hero, man. And Centaur as well. Not Centaur, Wraith King. This lane's so good because you have the crit from the Wraith King that is going to come. Pair it with a swarm. You time it correctly when the minus armor hits, -4, they're setting at 0. That crit's going to be pretty devastating. So yeah, good start from Alliance so far. Yeah, this TA will really struggle to try and to fight here.
Taking quite the punch, and Leslie with that ring of health on his way over is going to be staying pretty healthy. Boxy, he's got the stick charges, making sure he gets himself safely underneath the tower. Ashtermannen might go for a dive. Nah, he's going to hold off on it.
Yeah, and he's also got 2 salves as well. He understands that this is a lot of damage.
And look at the setup here, though, Zai. He's able to pick that up. Ashtermannen's going to try for a neutral deny, not quite able to do so. So Liquid able to punish Ashtermannen there. Zai getting a good angle on the spear. Yeah,
that was really nice fishing, because the thing with Weaver, he's so strong with Sakuchi, but it's 12-second cooldown to start with, right? So if you ever Sakuchi's in, Mars is that hero where you go fishing, you blind hit the spear, you'll pin him, you'll then see him whilst invisible, and then he's out of position. Quite a slow hero with no Sakuchi. So Ashtermannen, he has to be very careful how he uses this, because he can crush the lane, but he can also potentially just feed in this lane because of that ability that Mars has. And yeah, this mid lane matchup, we haven't mentioned it much, but the Leshrac into Raze is pretty good for Leshrac, because Raze is a hero that wants to steal your right-click damage. Of course, Leshrac, when you hit 6, you play on Pulse Nova anyways, you're not right-clicking. So Razor can never really commit on you with that static link, so it should just be like a farm war early on. But yeah, this is a pretty good Razor game. We've seen a lot of Razors go for just phase boots into Falcon Blade, BKB Refresher. That's pretty much probably going to be the same build here. You want to lock onto that TA with that static link, remove her from the game, and then suddenly the rest of the draft kind of falls apart because you know, Wraith King doesn't care about Leshrac. Centaur will be tanky enough to deal with Leshrac. So a lot of eyes on Supreme as well, because if he hits this like early BKB timing, has the vision to lock onto this TA, Liquid might struggle a little bit in these earlier fights, but this kill potency comes into play bot lane.
It is, yeah, Zion Boxer. There's a lot of damage. Stamana's going to try and... He's going to dive for Boxy. Boxy's got a few leaps and a stick charge, and now turning with the Starstorm. Into the trees he goes. Stamana's not going to be able to finish off the kill, and it's going to be him losing his own life as well. As they get the cleanup again. Boxy and Zai down bottom. That's up top. Leslau.
He goes down too.
They're getting kills on both side lanes now, Liquid. They've hit the levels required in this early laning stage, and Alliance are struggling to deal with them.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect the Centaur to be dying top, but when they waste the Inkswell, when I say waste, I mean insanely he nightmares the Inkswell so they don't get hit, and then they slowly turn around on him. This is also, you know, pre-Vanguard Centaur. That should probably sway the strength of this lane. And Aramis, he has to be careful here because, yeah, there you go, Centaur's back. Whilst your offlane is not here, this is it's pretty scary, right? You Nightmare, prepare the meld, take off the Nightmare, hit them with the meld, and you go to town with the right clicks. And with these early kills in bot lane, Zai's now been left alone, allowing Boxy to come mid.
Oh, if that creep weren't there, he would have had him.
Now next
on
patch,
target.
Yeah, next patch range creeps will be removed. That imagine if the patch got that weird. Oh, I'm so excited for a patch.
At this stage, Zai, with the Helm of Iron Will, he's got enough beef that he doesn't really care about them chasing him down like that. He can always walk it off or attempt on the arrow, but Stamanen's able to sneak away. CS in the lane, still pretty good for Nico, baby.
We've now got to the stack portion of the game. Instead of making up a stack, but should be going down for it.
Yeah, Instania is definitely dead there. Supreme happy with Instania turning up and giving him a bit of a freebie over towards the mid.
And Alliance are aware of the stack. When I say stacks, I'm overselling. It's literally a 2-stack. Oh, he's died. Oh,
that hurt.
Oh,
not the death and no TP. That you don't want to see that.
No,
but that's what you get. Supreme out of the lane. Boxy still hanging around there, making sure he had the arrows in.
He's popping off. He's having a good game.
You got to watch out for this Mirana. Boxy's making the moves, and that's a perfect test. Supreme was having a pretty good time in the mid matchup, but now he's dead, and we'll have to take the walk back to lane or whether he wishes to resume farming.
But just to give some respect there to Supreme, he somewhat had to TP because the Leshrac damage he had there against the static link doesn't really do anything. So Razor, he kind of needed to quickly get out. No stuns available, just TP, right?
Yeah, he took the risk.
Like, I respect the TP, but again, Boxy's just in position, instantly punishes that. Nice Nightmare switch there. And yeah, Boxy all around the map right now. And this net worth lead, like it felt quite even.
It really was. I said 4 minutes in, it was pretty much neck and neck, and now 3 minutes later, we're seeing off the back of the kills that pretty much Liquid's found in all lanes. Right, we had a kill on top, a couple down bottom, the action in mid. Now Liquid's managed to jump themselves ahead of Alliance in this early laning stage.
Yeah, this is the type of lead that Liquid's draft need, because again, like when you think about TA, it's some Dragonlance, Deso Blink style. Yeah. Leshrac going for maybe Aramis dying as well.
Yeah, Matu's hit the 6. He's gonna have those trap setups. Alliance have got to be careful how far up the lane they come.
Are they trying this as well? Arrow?
I mean, with the arrow, they're gonna have a decent bit of lockdown. He's obviously quite beefy with the Vanguard, but not gonna be beefy enough. It's a good stun onto the two of them, but it won't stop them getting the kills. And Boxy, indeed, he's getting a lot of screen time here because he is popping off, getting involved in all the action. See down bottom. And Mickey will be able to deny the haste ring. They're going in and they're taking a lot of damage, but they're able to finish him off before losing any of their own life. Now Instania, who TP'd in, he might go down as well. Arrow comes flying through, but not going to catch anyone this time round. Alliance, they're able to back off and survive.
Now it's a pretty nice combo, of course, with Swarm sitting on the target. Naturally you want to run away from the Razor, so yeah, it's a pretty cool combination. Zai taking away the first life of Nico Baby in the bot lane. This is actually really uncomfortable for Wraith Kings. Like, some Wraith King players don't even level their ultimate. They hold the point ready for that fight, but he puts the point in. Of course, now he doesn't have it wasted, but that's 190 seconds that Nico Baby naturally would be happily standing here waiting for that, but losing the reincarnation in a 1v1, it pretty much offers up this tower to be a freebie. Because Leshrac comes bottom, who's going to frontline now? Like, Centaur needs to come down. He has no TP. So if Liquid reads this, there should just be a free safe lane tower. And yeah, I think if you see at the minimap, they're already coming down.
Yeah, they're going straight down there. They know they've got the arena set up. Nico Baby did leave the lane because he was fully aware that Liquid would be going straight for him with his ult and cooldown. So we'll avoid this move, but as you say, the tower itself, not going to be easy for Alliance to hold on with the pressure of Mickey.
Yeah, this tower's going to fall pretty quick. 3 points Diabolic Edict.
They're bringing heroes down. Supreme has come over. The Nightmare, end of the spear setups there. Arena's out, Supreme, he's gone, and now Nico Baby's trapped as well. Grips at the ready, Insania's hit the 6. They're going to be able to take down both cores. And maybe even more. They're hunting down Aramis. If Sai can get the angle, he should have this one. He might not even need it this year. It comes out, cuts them down. They'll take the 3 of them. Over in the mid, Leslau on the retreat here with the Stampede as he finally hits the 6. The 3 heroes dead on the bottom. Alliance, I mean, it seemed like they knew that move was coming in. Nico Baby started to back off, but they sort of made the decision to try and fight there. It felt like that was always going to be a very difficult fight for Alliance to take into the face of Liquid. Yeah,
100%. They're like, they don't really have, as Leslie actually goes down as well, they don't have the damage, right, early on. When you look at their heroes, they're kind of tanky heroes that exist within the team fights, but they kind of, they really need a laning phase where they find some kills. That didn't really happen. So now every objective defense, like you've got a Vanguard Centaur, a Wraith King with no ultimate, and a Razor with no BKB. Like they don't kill anything. They just exist. So right now Alliance, because of that awkward laning phase, they're going to probably be losing a lot of objectives now.
Let's see Alliance attempt to make a move mid, but already Mickey and Matu have been able to safely back away. Not quite able to get the follow-up there off the back of the Soulbind. They didn't have the lockdown.
And it's like quick to TP to top lane as well. Like Nico Baby, he's trying to get as much fun. Ooh, okay. Another arrow. These arrows are so close. But Nico Baby feels so uncomfortable. He's getting this one wave top, but if you look, like Supreme's already farmed part of the jungle. He's now going to go to like Wraith King doesn't really want to farm Ancients that early. It's pretty hard for him to play the top side of the map as Radiant, unless you're invading the enemy jungle. Because again, like early on, you're not really killing Ancients, you don't have Skeletons. Skeletons also don't do great against the Ancient camps, especially if there's dragons. So yeah, this net worth lead is going to substantially grow for Liquid due to their kind of prowess in these earlier fights.
Yeah, they need to kill off the back of this. See if they can find Matu. He's the target. They've got the setup. TP's immediately coming in to try and bail Matu out of this. He's going to be able to step back. Coming in with the Stampede and the Shikuchi. Matu's still alive. He finally goes down. Aramis is able to get the last hit in. See if they can get more. Supreme's poking at Insania. Stamanen also ready to shoot you back over. They do. They manage to bring down the Bane as well. They're taking the 2. They only lose Aramis for that. A good hit from Alliance.
Yeah, this is wonderful for Alliance. We kind of needed them to get a move, but it's kind of, I say wonderful. It's only because I see Nico Baby farming top. And if they get Zai here too, this could be pretty good. Weaver's TP'd in as well. Go on, Chief. There we go. Tickle him with the Sakuchi. Oh, arm.
Nice little bit of arm there, action. Let's see if Zai can survive this. He's away from the bugs. He should be fine here with some good armlet control, and he is. Zai's out and away. Gets the tower, and he gets out.
And you can see that's why, like, Stamanen, he was waiting with the Sakuchi. He was hoping to catch the toggle as he connected with the Sakuchi, but it didn't come into play. And as much as it felt wonderful, like, you get 2 kills bot, pretty good. Wraith King's farm top, but then it's then the fact that, you know, Centaur dies bot again. Weaver, Mars lives middle. The game does feel like it's slowly just slipping away a little bit, and Alliance right now, they're really hoping for Wraith King to have a game. But that's a ways away, because if you look at the Wraith King, what's he sporting? Phase armlet.
Oh.
And nearly a dead Weaver.
Quite able to get the connection there. There's the space for Alliance to control that top left corner and push the tower down.
This is Roshan's on the cards for Liquid pretty much in the next, 3 minutes or 4 minutes. Matu's about to complete that Desolator. He will have Dragonlance Desolator. Mars has Blink Armlet. What else? Leshrac has Yules and Shroud, not Shroud, Hood of Defiance. And you mentioned how Insania likes to play for these item timings and stuff. This is very much a game-winning timing where you can just secure that first Roshan and try and, dumpster the entire, or possess most of the map. And yep, found the Weaver. Like, Weaver's a really good hero because you can always get in and out of the fights and be annoying. But when you have like an instant lockdown to pause that aggression and you're playing underneath your own sentries, it works wonders, right? Like, if Bane ever nightmares Weaver, there's 3 stuns on Liquid to play around to instantly kill him off, pretty much.
Aramis. And it's going to take some fancy footwork to get away from this. He's not going to even have the chance. The stun control from Zion. Boxy locks him down. And now Zai's in with a blink. He's going to jump forward. Doesn't quite catch Supreme, though. And now they'll start to back away with the Moonlight Shadow. Actually, Insania wants to commit with the hold of the Fiend script, locking down Supreme. Stampede comes out. They're not going to have the damage to bring Supreme down. As Insania will fall. Boxy, they've got eyes on him in the trees. They'll take him down as well. Good reaction from Alliance. Zai trying to chase onwards, but couldn't quite get the combo off onto Supreme, and that gives Alliance that chance to turn things around. They're going to try and chase for more as well. They've got eyes on Mickey. Nico Baby having the reincarnate available if he wants to push on for this. Looks like they're a little hesitant with the TPs. The respawn's coming up soon for the rest of Liquid, so they'll settle with what they got out of that. But a good hit nonetheless. Again, Alliance reacting to Liquid and keeping themselves all together. And now they've got to be very wary of Matu now. Desolator on the TA. These heroes will get shredded. Ooh. But if Supreme can keep himself alive, get that link built up, this Razor can fight back.
Oh, and that's why TA is so annoying, because even if she's farming alone, she's got traps, she's got wards. The traps will give the vision so that you can break the smokes from a distance. Like, that was very much just an annoying attempt. You know, Matu just freely walks away. But every time Alliance get kills, it feels like they've had to bring, again, due to the fact that they don't have these items yet, they have to bring 3, 4+ heroes to an engagement, where Liquid, it's only Bane, Mirana plus 1 select core. So any one time the other 2 cores are farming. And soon after, like here, they are quick to react to make these, you know, cross-map plays.
Watch the Manon. What?
Will they get the yours off? Oh, just
what
the blind stun.
Okay, does get the stun, and they'll be running him down. Just a Manon into the corner, he'll make it away.
Yeah,
the courier, not so much.
Tumbler's toy dead. Nice thing there with Leshrac, of course, is the Edict does show invisible heroes. So for a brief moment, he knew the direction in which the Weaver traveled, but then, unfortunately, kind of within the trees, and it kind of got a little bit foggy, and he didn't see exactly which route he took. But that is a cool thing you can do as Leshrac, especially when trying to chase down, you know, Rickies and Bounty Hunters or Weavers. And one on the way to Vessel as well. I'm kind of looking to see when Liquid wants to make that kind of game-breaking move, because they've been really content just farming their own side of the map with such a big lead. And it's like we're like camp stacked here. Like, it's not as if we're seeing them really pump out. Okay, there it is. I'll say 4. I wasn't seeing the numbers reflect this style of play, but now it says 4 for Insania. Okay, I'm a little bit more content with this. I was a bit worried there'd just be like 2 or 3. I'm like, that's not the Liquid that we know. Yeah, they are very much playing for the let's go for a timing which doesn't give Alliance any chance of a rebuttal. Because like, this is a type of game where other teams would be throwing their bodies in, like, guys, we got the lead, let's close out the map. And it's not respecting that 20-minute moment in the game. Even if Alliance had like an extra 5k gold, Liquid, still feel strong enough to take that fight. The key thing is, can Supreme get BKB before this engagement comes in? And right now, he doesn't have it.
Nico Baby's alone. The rest of Alliance are a little split from him. He's going to try and run back over towards the safety of them. Leslau's in with a blink stun onto Mickey. Defensive Nightmare keeps Mickey safe from the initial burst. They bring down Nico Baby the once. They've also caught Aramis off to the side. Nico Baby back in with the second life. Leslau's going to try and save him with the Stampede, but the stun comes crashing down from Mickey. Grips out onto Supreme. Nico Baby turns with a big crits, takes down Boxy, but they've lost Supreme. They'll lose Nico Baby as Zai jumps in with the final bit of damage. As Liquid, they find the fight they were looking for. They take 3 down, only losing Boxy, and they'll happily step into the pit. Matu with the DD rune ready as well to make quick work of Roshan.
Yeah, and this is kind of the play Liquid was waiting for, right? Like, all of their cores now have hit this timing, and as you see the replay here, Alliance just is not in position and ready for this, right? Like, they've got this vision above the Roshan pit where most of their team's playing. Nico Baby's trying to connect, but Insania's in position. Unfortunately for Aramis, like, he actually does get the Soulbind and bug onto the Bane, but again, like, there's no one else there, right? So they instantly kill off the bugs, and now it's just a free fight for Liquid. Insania is able to get a full grip on the back. Nico Baby, no way can he commit to stopping Bane. And again, they don't have the damage. So in a pure 5-on-5, they have to disengage. They have to respect that. They just need to try and play the map. And again, it's unfortunate for Alliance. This all stems from the fact they weren't able to get as much from the laning phase that they expected. And these are the repercussions with these type of drafts. It's like this is Liquid's time to really shine. And for Alliance now, it's kind of like, it sounds boring, but it's the whole split the map, send off a hero behind the tower and try and skip. And they don't have that natural hero in the draft. It's like why Puck and Quap and all these heroes are pretty good, because they naturally, if the game's hard, can play behind tier 2s and do this. So it is going to be difficult for Alliance to try and keep lanes pushed out and get this style of game, but you see Staman in here, he's having to fill this role. With the Swarm and the Sakuchi, he can somewhat push the lanes quick enough. So now it's the waiting game for Alliance. Try and get one more item before Liquid comes high ground. And at that point, try and punish an out-of-position Matumba man or a Bane that steps up too far with a blink initiation from Centaur.
Actually, Zai weighing here. Maybe seeing if he can go for the kill on Staman and get the spear into the rebuke. Not quite enough for the initial burst, but okay, waits it out, plays it smart, waits for the time lapse, then locks down the arena, knowing there's no chance of Staman and time-lapsing across the wall.
Again, this is perfectly fine. If you're Alliance, you know, Weaver dying from an arena, you skip the wave. There's no wave now coming into this, you know, tier 3 bottom, because of course they also fortified that wave. So yeah, right now Alliance, they're chalking this up as a victory. Doesn't sound like a great victory, but this is the state of the game we're in right now. It's a 9k lead at 20 minutes. They have an Aegis, about to have a BKB complete on Mars, about to have a Halberd complete on Leshrac.
They're getting pretty tanky.
And you see the difference here. It's very much a couple little kills here and there. Oh, thanks, mate. I was about to try and guess that from memory. 700 gold from kills, 400 gold from buildings, and other. Ooh, I do love the other. That is actually the Dota Plus subscription. You actually get more gold if you have Dota Plus.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Very fancy.
The one person that believes me, I'm so sorry.
That we're writing the threads.
Yeah.
What is this?
How
Pay
dare
to
you
win.
say this? I spent 99 cents and didn't get any bonus gold.
See Alliance setting up for a fight around this tier 2 perhaps. They're going to go for it. Whoa, easy reactions there for Matu. Straight out with the blink. Jump in with the counterplay from Zai. Clips on a Stamana. We'll see Supreme look to run down Zai on the Mars, but Zai's able to back off with the BKB. He'll live. Supreme dies. As Liquid, they've not lost anyone yet in this fight. Matu jumps back in, looking for Aramis. Aramis has to run. The spear from Zai catching Lesnar into the trees. It's a third kill for Liquid. And they themselves, they lose nothing. They still have the Aegis intact on Matumba Man, and they're just back to business, pushing down the tier 2. Alliance, they tried to make the jump from the high ground, but nothing ended up going well for them there at all, unfortunately.
I mean, I love the attempt. Like, when you're this far down, it is so easy to try and do what I said earlier, like, you know, skip waves and stuff. Going for that bold play takes a lot of confidence, and yeah, TA, such a good hero. When you have refraction up, of course, if you take damage, you can still blink.
Well, we got the triumph for Mikke. Zai, he's managed to catch the man outside of the base. Mikke still alive. The arrow comes in. Nico Baby's going to go down the once. They'll separate Mikke from the fight for now. He's keeping a safe distance. They'll turn their attention over towards Zai. Supreme's in with the link. Zai should fall here. He's going to be able to toggle away a little bit longer here. Zai finally going down. But Supreme, he's been caught to the side. He'll die for this. Alliance, they get back into the game. They get something. They take down Zai, but not at... and no sort of cost. They still lose another round of heroes, and big one being Supreme going down yet again.
Liquid's making so many individual plays that opens up these fights where, like, because of the armlet toggle, everyone then was like, guys, get the Mars, don't let him do it. Which then puts Supreme out of position, obviously getting nightmared into arrowed. If they weren't getting, you know, outplayed on the toggling, they would have instantly killed him, switched out that nightmare, saved him. Razor would still be alive. We could maybe talk about him getting an extra 400 gold in his downtime, but again, these smaller plays from Liquid, fight after fight, they're just getting the extra kills and really, you know, twisting it there. Like you see here, right? It's, where is it? Well, it's in a little bit. So he has the pretty low hit. He gets hit, rebuke, toggles down in between the right clicks. And because of here, right here, because of the toggle, of course, you then have Insanity TPing out. Boxy's able to kill Razor. And like, if that toggle doesn't come in, he doesn't, like, obviously survive. Razor 100% isn't dying here. So again, pretty cool stuff. Instant smoke from Liquid. They know that they're in the driving seat.
They know anyone they find will die at Aramis. Oh?
Nah, he's gone, mate. There you go, yeah.
He's gone.
Would have been pretty cool if he did, but unfortunately, does not happen.
What's that? I think Matuyo's got the full Hurricane Pike coming out now. I mean, this is some pretty insane. I mean, I guess we've seen some pretty farm TAs. This has got to be up there, though, in terms of what we've had this season, right? 17k net worth, 24 minutes.
Mate, he's got 316 CS at 24 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be close to the top of some of the records, at least.
Yeah, you'd hope.
Maybe
so.
I'm totally. I mean, we've had some good TA games. This is definitely another one of them.
Yeah, but the thing is, has he died though? Yeah, he's died one time. Oh wait, hold on. That's a missed arrow, a rare missed arrow.
Supreme able to get the BKB off in time, so he'll live. I think we're getting both of these lanes shoved in. Actually, bottom lane was cut out a bit, so.
Yeah, look at that. That is above average. Quite above average.
Quite a bit above average.
See that one
when you look
death,
at the scale of the.
13 minutes in, the death that pushes him into average could have been so much better. And I hope
he probably felt that, but
yeah.
Matu knew, was like, oh, I'm slipping down to the average. I've got to step it up, and he did.
Yeah.
Shoots far back above everybody else that's really been playing this era. Matu's in with the beat. They're just having a run. They're having a run. They have no fight to take it. Lesnau tries, but the BKB is still going from Matu to the Who Stomp. Does nothing at all. He'll try and get out with the Stampede. Buyback comes out from Aramis. Alliance maybe seeing if they can catch someone on Liquid off the back of this, but it's not to be the case. Liquid's away.
And again, this is testament to the hero, TA. It's so annoying to jump it because refraction is always going to be there, and if you can't break down the instances, you can blink out. So right now, it's like Wraith King jumps in, he's going to be able to stun into a right click. Maybe you have the tick from the Wraith King Fire Blast as well. So it's going to be at best maybe 4 to 5 instances. That's probably not going to kill off the refraction, right? Unless your team's with you. Same thing for Centaur. It's so difficult to kill.
Oh, let off with the time in that time.
But that's for the arrow. He was like, Boxy, we need to keep your arrow hit rate up.
Oh, the shortest Fiend's Grip in the world of Fiend's Grips there. As Insania, he'll die for that. And Supreme, he's sort of leading the charge. See if they can find anything more out of this.
What was that, 0.1, 0.2 on the Fiend's Grip?
That was I think less than a 0.1. It's Liquid. Not to be deterred without their Bane, they're going to keep fighting. They're going to look for Nico Baby. Nico Baby down the once, the arena's out. And they haven't caught anyone as Nico Baby's going to have to blink out, and he's away. Lesnau, in fact, opted to get in on the front lines, wants to try and get the kills, but he's lost Supreme at his side. Lesnau also to fall. Stamanen caught in the Yule stun combo. The damage will be done by Matu, who's sporting a DD rune for this fight. Cleaning up a triple kill. Things continuing to look very secure here for Liquid in this first game.
But you could see the idea for Alliance's fight there. Like, you have the Soulbind. Razor didn't have static link up, so when he was at the edge of arena, he didn't want to BKB commit into the arena because it was on cooldown for 20. So I could see why Supreme wasn't initiating, but again, like, that was... If he had static link up, maybe a different fight could have probably drained too. But yeah, this is such a difficult game. Like, I've been trying to, like, make it not sound... I mean, this game, it feels like 99% over. If I had to be honest.
The first 4 minutes were close.
Yeah, the first 4 minutes.
You know what I mean?
It was a 50-50 when they loaded in.
But after those 4 minutes, there was not been too much that's close about it. We've seen, Alliance come in with, a good bit of, going out with a plan and trying to get these fights going. But of course, each and every time, unfortunately for them, not coming out on top, slipping further and further behind, and it's just become easier and easier for Liquid to clean up any subsequent engagement.
Yeah, unfortunately for Alliance, it's so hard for them to rebuttal any of this jungle aggression because they don't have that hero that kind of condenses where a fight should be taken. Where Liquid, they have multiple sources of that, right? Between the Bane, the Mars, they get to dictate the tempo of this game until Alliance finds those items, right? And we don't really see games nowadays where lineups that are dependent on majority of heroes having items really thrive. Because teams are so seasoned with being able to break down laning phase into that aggressive map play. And the vision as well from Insania in this game and Boxy, they've had so many deep wards across the entire map so that they can play this ping pong style of Dota. Like every time Razor's stepped out to a lane, they're TPing in. Same here, right? Zai's by himself going fishing, the team TP in. Little bit of a... they're going to get him. Had to use Arena, but see the theory behind here. It's like they're playing it away, which is like they feel so strong. Even if you rewound like 15 minutes ago when it wasn't this big of a lead, it's still the same style of play, right? It's like offer up one core by themselves, the rest be ready with TPs or a smoke, and just constantly make this map feel incredibly tiny.
Mickey. He's gonna start some action off here. Back up on its way over, Matu. And Zai watching from the side. Knocked back into the arrow. They claim Nico Baby's first life. He's got the BKB. He's going to try and TP out, but at this stage, the physical's too much. Insania again offering up a little bit of a tickle, this time intentionally. Just the quickest of Fiend scripts.
Good thing you bring up tickles. Liquid, of course, if they are to win this series, they'll be first in the group, not going with the tiebreaker. Sorry, yeah, not with the tiebreaker or allowing
Sure, it'd be the
Tickles to be
same
first.
win-loss, but they beat Tickles in the season, right?
Yeah, so Tickles is 5-1, and they still need to play a game.
Oh, they still got a game to play?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so the point is, Liquid, if they win this series, they're 6-1, they beat Tickles already, therefore they are first. So this is for first place in the group, 300 DPC points.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. And you can see here, Liquid, they're not messing around. They want those points. This game one has been a very good showing of that.
Yep, methodical, clean Dota, playing around item timings and just vision. It sounds like the simplest form of Dota, but when done correctly, you have games like this where they sweep across the map and they make you feel incredibly uncomfortable to watch because it just feels like the enemy team, they can't do anything. And it's not because of them, it's just because of the hand that they've been dealt.
There we go. Alliance are going to go for one final shot here in this game one. Leslau starting it off onto Mickey. Get the Soulbind linking the two cores. Mickey's up in the air with the yours, buying himself some time. Zai locking down Leslau on the back of it all. Supreme's going to put the BKB and run, but the damage from Matu at this stage, too much. Supreme dying as Alliance, they just scatter back towards the fountain. Liquid continuing to push down these tier 4s and look to close up this game one. Another jump, an instant nightmare from Insania, puts a stop to Leslau's attempted initiation, and Matu, he's happy to rack up the kills here for the scoreboard. A couple more for him. They bring down Nico Baby once. They'll be able to get him again. Zai also making sure he's got a fair few kills to end the game with GG's called. Game one, I guess this is sort of what was to be expected in this series from what we've seen from both teams so far this season. Alliance have been struggling. Liquid's been on the up and up.